And I met this beautiful wife there, look. She was in a church there, and he went into the church there, and he had 2 or 3 girls there, you know, and was boys there, you know. Not many girls that time, not like this, very few. And, you know, she was doing this. I said, who going to go there? I said, I go there. And when they met there, from there on, bit of fight, bit of this, bit of that, and they were all together, you know. And then start working family. And,
Okay then, well, my story, I guess, starts back with my parents, of course, and my father was born in Veliki Prolog, or a place called Dusina, in 1901, and there was a family of 9 there, 9 kids, and the parents decided that they'd send him off at the age of 23, so he had to go down to Makarska to Split, hopped on a boat there, and then ended up in Fremantle in Western Australia. So from there he went deeper into the country, ended up in Agnew, and then met people from Veliki Prolog, and then they knew that there was a girl in Novi Vinodol, which is miles away. They said, why don't you write to her? So he did. So Mum and Dad, they just wrote letters, but they never met. Dad went back to Croatia in 1930 and they married. So he stayed with Mum for 6 months, got her pregnant, of course, and then he left and came back to Australia, and she stayed there. But 1939, I think Mum was walking in Novi Vinodol, and a captain from a ship said, there's a war starting, or the Second World War. You better get out if you want to. So she got her daughter, or how she ever did that, I don't know. She was 36, 35, and she hopped on ship and came out to Fremantle as well. Left her family and found my father. And so, you know, she hadn't seen him for 8 years. My sister had never seen him. So they started their life there. And of course, I was born in 1940 in a place by Leonora, near Gaulia. And that was it. When I was 4 years old, we moved over to Boulder, Kalgoorlie. And when I was 15, we came over to Adelaide. So I was only 16, and then I met yours truly, Davor, very early in the piece. And very early in the piece, we started arguing. So that's how we met. And I think Davor, well, he thought all his luck had come at once. You know, he only came out from and arrived in Australia, and within a couple of months he'd met an Australian born who could speak the language, and he thought, you know, all his luck had come in at once. Anyway, we married in 1962, had 4 children, you know, a daughter and 3 sons, and went from there. So that was about it, you know. So that's how our story started. And so we've got Sonia and David, Peter and Alan, and 7 grandchildren now, and all beautiful. Yeah, and as Darrell said, we met at St. Patrick's Church when, you know, at the beginning it was at St. Patrick's Church, and I had long hair then, and he thought, oh, it looked great. So once he saw me, he didn't let go, so that was it. But it's a great start, it's a great life. We started a business together, and our life in Australia, well, you know, I never knew anything else because I didn't come over here until 84. And Dava and myself and our youngest son Alan, we came in 84. So, but I wasn't very happy coming across. So when we did start coming, I would only stay 5 weeks, leave Dava behind. So I was only 5 weeks, and I went back and to help run the business as well. And then he just sort of stayed in that for months in 94. I think he was here from May to October. Then coming slowly across to Croatia, I learned to love it, and then I learned, you know, then I went up to where my mother was born, then I went to where my father was born. I have to say that I'm more of a mountains girl. No, I would prefer the mountains than the sea. So and then we met a cousin up there, which I relate to, and Dava relates to very well because he lived in Germany. He's still there now, so we connect quite well. And then of course the business here took me a long time to, you know, to be able to cope with it all, but it's all very good now, and it's beautiful, it's lovely. So for us it's 6 months here in Croatia and 6 months in Australia, and we just go from one to another, and I feel as though, yes, I found my Croatian roots as well, so it's been great and all beautiful. So That's it.
Još si bol jedina uspomena mladosti.